welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. Thanks so much for being here and practicing with me today for this mini sequence. So today's mini sequence is all about honoring Ajna, the third eye energy center. Today we're going to be focusing on finding peace and calm through our movements and our physical postures. We'll be taking 7 different postures today. So just get comfortable in your space. You don't really need any props unless you want them. We'll start off in a seated position, coming into butterfly or bound angle, Badakanasana. We'll bring our feet together. The knees are going to splay out. Now, before we do anything else, check and make sure how this feels in your body. The closer you bring your heels towards your body, the deeper you're going to feel into the hips. You might also feel discomfort at the knees. So you can ease that by sending the feet away to open the angle at the knees. Then we'll take our thumbs to the arches of our feet. We can do a little self-massage first by pressing the thumbs to the arches and holding the press just circling around. Giving a moment to show some love to our feet that take us so many places. And then we'll stop that movement, let the hands rest at the feet or let the fingers curl around the toes. Whatever feels best to you. Now inhale, reach the crown of your head up. And as you exhale, fold forward. So you're bringing your torso towards your feet. Noticing where you're feeling the stretch. It might be at the inner thighs. It might be at the hips. It might be in the back space. The more you lower down, the deeper you're going to feel the stretch intensify. So you decide how far you want to go. Now, if this is the first posture you've done today, you might just want to ease into things. Bringing full awareness to how your body feels in this shape. Now that you've had several rounds of breath here, maybe fold a little deeper. If you're ready, if that feels appropriate. Third eye moving down towards the feet. This is our space of intuition and wisdom. Space that regulates thoughts and dreams. Next time we inhale, we'll lift the crown of our head up. Sweep the fingertips up the legs. The color associated with the third eye is purple. So wearing purple today to embrace that through our sequence. All right, coming into our second pose, this is going to be a seated forward fold. So in our seated forward fold, we'll extend the legs. And as you extend the legs, you're going to bring your body into the shape of the letter L. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. And as we exhale, we'll hinge at the hips, bringing our torso towards our legs. Now, if you want more activation, you can reach your hands for your ankles or your feet. Or if you want to make this more passive, you can just let your arms rest outside of your legs. As you inhale, you might lift and find length. And as you exhale, you might fold a little deeper. Feeling the stretch at the hamstrings and the back. Lowering the third eye space towards the mat. Bringing your focus inward. Connecting with your own intuition and listening to how far your body wants or needs to take this pose, this shape, this movement, this experience. Preparing to come out. As we inhale, we'll lift the crown of the head, graze the fingertips up the legs. Now from here, we'll bend one knee. So I'm gonna lift my left knee and then let it splay out. The right leg is gonna stay as it is. And then the sole of the left foot comes up to the right leg. So again, check in on your knee. If bringing your foot to your inner thigh is too uncomfortable for your knee, open it out. You can take your foot to your calf muscle instead. Wherever you decide to position your foot, as you inhale, sweep the arms up, fingertips towards the sky. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, maybe reaching for your right foot. As you lower down, bringing your torso towards your right leg. So we're getting a deeper stretch now for the right hamstring. External rotation for the left hip. Depending on how deeply you fold, you might even be able to bring your third eye down to your right leg. But no stress. No need to push. Just observe. Take what you need to serve yourself. And then bring awareness to your breath. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, release. Let the breath go. Let's do that one more time. Relax the arms. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up all the way until you find a straight spine. Then we'll take the left hand outside of the left thigh or knee. Extend the left leg. So we're coming back to both legs being straight. And then from here, we'll bend the right knee. Let the knees splay out. And then position the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Or to open the angle at the knee, you can take your foot to your calf muscle instead. You decide. Find where it feels appropriate. Gaze is going to be now to the left leg that's extended in front of you. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach, reach, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Continue to lower down, bringing your torso towards your left leg. Notice what you need in this moment. Support your physical body by finding the level of intensity that you need. Remembering that the deeper you fold, the deeper you're going to feel the stretch in the leg and in the back. You might fold so deeply that your forehead meets your left knee or leg. Bringing the gaze inward with the eyes closed. It's taking your awareness to your third eye, middle of the forehead. Maybe closing your eyes and visualizing the color purple. For 2 more rounds of breath. When you're ready to come out, relax the hands, relax the arms, lift the head up, all the way back to our straight spine. Right hand can lift the right knee up, and then we'll lift the left knee. So we're going to change the station of our body now from seated to an inversion. So to get there, you can just take your feet out to one side, coming into a kneeling position. Thinking tabletop, but reaching the hands forward a little more. Then we'll curl our toes, lift our knees off the mat. Continue to lift the knees, Lift the hips, fingers are spread wide. We're making our way to downward facing dog. Thinking about sending the chest towards the thighs. Ears are positioned between the biceps. If the hamstrings are tight, you can have a bend in your knees. If the hamstrings are open, you can straighten your legs. Head is pointing down to the mat. Taking an opportunity to release any extra thoughts, any looping, any analyzing, any frustrations, any overwhelm. Imagine it coming out of the third eye, dumping into the mat, melting into the earth, coming out of your being. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale, bend the knees, lower them down to the mat, open them wide, bring the big toes together, and then bring your forehead down to the mat, child's pose. Feeling the third eye space connected to the mat. You can take an opportunity to rock your head from left to right, right to left. Giving a little massage to your third eye space. Connecting with your intuition. The affirmation for the third eye is I know or I see. Let the hips sink down to the heels. Feel into your physical body. With our next inhale, we'll lift our hips. Extend the arms. Curl the toes so you can bring your knees back underneath your hips and then uncurl the toes. Now we're going to set up for Pigeon Pose, taking one side at a time. So as you look to your hands, you'll slide your right knee behind your right wrist, and at the same time, take your right foot to the left side of the mat. Now curl the left toes, slide the left foot back, and then lower the left knee again. Look past your left shoulder to make sure your left leg is straight behind you, including your foot. And then look back over to your mat. Space between the hands. From here, you're welcome to stay like this if you already feel enough stretch at your right hip, or you can lower onto your forearms. This will intensify the stretch even more. I like to bring my elbows out wide, my palms together, and then from here, lower my third eye to press onto my thumbs, bringing full awareness and activation to the third eye space. The third eye is the sixth energy center. It's called Ajna. Breathe. Prepare to come out. If this is a posture that feels really good in your hip though, you can always pause the video and stay here longer. If you're ready to move on, lift your forehead from the thumbs, press palms to the mat. Keeping straight arms, lift the hips, bring the right knee back in line with the left. And then lift the left knee, bring the left knee behind the left wrist, left foot to the right side of the mat. Now you can curl the right toes, lift the knee, send it back, uncurl the toes, look past the right shoulder, make sure your right leg is straight behind you, including your foot, and then gaze back to center. So remember, you can keep straight arms, or you can lower onto your forearms. Opening the elbows wide, you can come back to the option of lowering your third eye space to your thumbs. Bringing all of your focus here to Ajna. Or another option is you can send the elbows out even wider. Stack one hand on top of the other and then lower the third eye to your hands. So your hands are making a pillow for your forehead. Take whatever feels appropriate. As you hold this pose, feel into the left hip. Hip openers are an awesome opportunity to release stored emotions, letting them go, creating space. If you happen to hear any grunting or jingle jangle in the background, it's just my dog getting adjusted. She's sleeping here in the background. She likes to do yoga too. Let's take one more round of breath. As we inhale, we'll lift our head. Press palms to the mat. And to come out, we're just going to sit onto that left hip. Bring the right leg around, bringing both legs in front. Now, for our last posture, we're going to come onto our backs in a reclined position. So coming back in your own way, connecting your back, your shoulders, and your head. Making sure you've got space on your mat. We're coming into Plow pose, also known as Halasana. So to get there, you're gonna lift your legs up as if your feet are walking on the ceiling. Take your arms by your sides. You bring your left palm under your left glute, right palm under the right glute. As you inhale, press the feet up, lift the tailbone, and then continue to take the legs overhead. Now, the hands are supporting the low back. My face is coming really close to the microphone, so I'll try to be aware of my voice projection. So the legs can hover over the body, or you might be able to tap the toes down, meeting the ground behind you. Legs are together. Hands can still support the low back, or you can bring the hands to ground down. This is a really nice stretch for the back. We can bend the knees and bring the knees towards the forehead. Again, pressing in, finding activation. The third eye space can also be accessed at the back of the head. Pressing into the mat, honoring Ajna. Another option is you can open the knees wide and bring the knees outside of the ears. Hands might rest at the back of the knees. Knees might press to the temples. The eyes, outside of the eyes, the ears are also locations for honoring the third eye chakra. When you're ready to come out, you can bend the knees, take your peace fingers to your big toes. This is going to allow you to slowly and carefully roll out. Once your back is connected, you can take your hands from your feet to the back of the knees, lift the tailbone, rock up the spine, and come onto your seat. So that's it, just 7 postures for Ajna, the third eye, the 6th main energy center. The color is purple. If you want to learn more about the chakras and why your energetic body is just as important as your physical body and how the two work together, I have a Reiki playlist on the channel. It's got lots of resources there. Feel free to look around and practice some more videos, and also feel free to leave me a comment. I'm happy to create anything you'd like to see, answer any questions that you have. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe. That helps me to continue to create content and stay motivated to bring you what you need for your yoga practice. Thanks so much for being here. We have one more video coming up in our Chakra mini series, and that will be for the crown. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for spending your time with me.